Hello and welcome back to our beloved listeners. This is the 8-Minute English Podcast series on the Learn English Podcast channel. I'm your host, Nathan, and it's a pleasure to have you with us again. Surely you have heard of BTS, a boy group that has been making waves on music charts around the world, right? In addition to music, they also inspire through their words and speeches. A typical example is their speech at the United Nations. Let's find out what's interesting about their speech. We will listen to BTS leader RM, the main speaker in this speech, talk about the process of finding their true identity and the strong passion for music within each BTS member. Also, we've prepared a special free PDF for this episode, full of useful tips and vocabulary to help you learn more. Make sure to check it out. Now settle in and join us on an exciting English learning adventure. Are you ready? Let's get started.
And in an intro to one of our early albums, there's a line that says, "My heart stopped when I was maybe 9 or 10. Looking back, I think that's when I began to worry about what other people thought of me and starting seeing myself through their eyes. I stopped looking up at the night skies, the stars. I stopped daydreaming. Instead, I just tried to jam myself into the malls that other people made. Soon, I began to shut out my own voice and started to listen to the voices of others. No one called out my name, and neither did I. My heart stopped and my eyes closed shut. So, like this, we all lost our names. We became like ghosts. But I had one sanctuary, and that was music. There was a small voice inside of me that said, "Wake up, man, and listen to yourself." But it took me quite a long time to hear music calling my real name. Even after making the decision to join BTS, there were a lot of hurdles. Some people might not believe, but most people thought we were hopeless. And sometimes I just wanted to quit. But I think I was very lucky that I didn't give it all up. And I'm sure that I and we will keep stumbling and falling like this. BTS has become artists performing in those huge stadiums and selling millions of albums right now, but I am still an ordinary 24-year-old guy. If there's anything that I've achieved, it was only possible that I have my other BTS members right by my side, and because of the love and the support that our ARMY fans all over the world made for us. And maybe I made a mistake yesterday, but yesterday's me is still me. Today, I am who I am with all of my faults and my mistakes. Tomorrow, I might be a tiny bit wiser, and that'd be me too.
Let's take a look at some important vocabulary from BTS's speech at the United Nations. First of all, we have daydreaming. It's when you think about pleasant things that are unlikely to happen, or when you think about something other than what you should be doing. RM mentions how he stopped daydreaming, which means he stopped letting himself dream or imagine freely because of pressure from others. The next word is a noun, jam. We usually think of it as a sweet, soft food made by cooking fruit with sugar, which is eaten on bread. But in this case, it means something different. Here, jam is used to mean trying to fit into roles or expectations set by others, instead of being true to yourself. RM is saying that he tried to fit into what most people expected of him. As a result, he suddenly lost his own identity and felt more lost than ever. Now we move on to a word called sensory. It means connected with the physical senses of touch, smell, taste, hearing, and sight. RM says that music was a very important part of BTS's journey in finding themselves again, showing that it helped them reconnect with who they really are. Let's continue with a word that is quite familiar to us, ghost. Literally, I think you already know what it means. In RMA's speech, ghosts represent people who have lost who they are and can't express themselves anymore. They become like shadows because they tried to fit in with others' expectations. The final word that I want to mention is voice. It's commonly understood as the sound made when people speak or sing. In this speech, voice means personal expression or true self. RM talks about how BTS needed to find their own voice again, to define BTS's real self after hiding it to fit in with others. Through the vocabulary explanation, have you understood the message that RM and BTS shared in their speech? Now, I will summarize the key points in this speech. The speech talks about finding out who you really are and dealing with pressure from other people. RM talks about a time when he and the other BTS members felt they lost touch with their true selves because of what others expected from them. This made them lose their own identity and creativity. When their hearts stopped, it means they felt empty or not connected to their own dreams and wishes. The turning point happens when BTS finds their true selves again through music, which helps them express themselves and grow as people. To sum up, BTS shares an inspirational message about the importance of following what you love and listening to your true feelings. No matter who you are or what role you play in society, you are still yourself. You have your own path that you want to follow. Don't let other people's judgments make you lose what you really want and forget who you truly are. Listen to yourself, love yourself in your own way. Now let's discuss two important questions about our topic. The first question: what did RM start to do instead of looking at the night skies and stars? He started to worry about what other people thought of him and tried to fit into the roles that others made for him. The second question: what can we learn from RME's speech about handling problems and being true to ourselves? In my opinion, we can learn that it's important to listen to our own feelings, not give up when things are hard, and follow what we love no matter what others think. Please share your opinions on these questions. Leave your comments below and let's discuss. Hopefully, BTS's sharing through the speech can help you be more confident in yourself and also help you gain more useful and interesting knowledge. Now, I will give you some interesting information about these talented guys before we wrap up this episode. Here's the first piece of information. RM learned English by watching the popular American sitcom Friends. Yes, you heard it right. RM watched all 10 seasons of Friends many times. He mentioned that he watched each episode first with Korean subtitles, then with English subtitles, and finally without any subtitles. This method helped him understand the context, expressions, and natural flow of conversations. If you are also practicing English through sitcoms, then you have something in common with this amazing guy. Despite having a high IQ of 148, he still takes his studies seriously. To speak English fluently and give unique speeches like he does now, he worked very hard. Practice makes perfect, you know. I'll give you another interesting fact about BTS. BTS stands for Bulletproof Boy Scouts in Korean. This name shows their goal to protect young people from negative pressures, like a bulletproof vest protects against bullets. Now BTS is also called Beyond the Scene, which means they keep growing and going beyond limits to create new things and inspire fans around the world. How did you like today's podcast? If you feel inspired to learn and find motivation to grow on your own path, That will encourage us to continue bringing positive content to you. Take care of yourself until we meet again. Stay tuned to see what exciting things we have in store for you soon. Don't forget to learn new vocabulary and discuss today's topic through the PDF we provide. Goodbye, and see you again.